If you have had one setback after another, and quietly started to believe you were simply born unlucky, cursed somehow, stay with me tonight. There is a piece of Hermetic science almost nobody hands you, and once you understand it fully, you will never look at a single setback the same way again. Yesterday, we rewired the pattern running quietly beneath your thoughts, the one that has been operating on autopilot for years. Today, we trace exactly where that pattern has been sending its signal into every event you have been calling bad luck, without ever tracing it back to its true source. Modern manifestation tells you to just change your mindset, and luck will follow, and then leaves you exactly there with no explanation of why. That is only a fragment of a much older teaching. The whole system has a name, and once you hear it, you will never see luck the same way again. The Hermeticists called it the principle of cause and effect. Chance, they said, is but a name for law not recognized. Nothing that has ever happened to you was random. Nothing arrived by accident. Every effect you have suffered had a cause, and that cause was always traceable if you knew where to look. Before this teaching ends, you will find the exact cause behind the pattern you keep calling bad luck. Not a vague explanation, not a general idea about energy. The precise moment, the precise decision where the chain first began, and where it has been quietly running ever since, still shaping your life today. You have felt it, the sense that things simply happen to you, while other people seem to move through life untouched, protected, somehow always a step ahead of you. That feeling is real, and it is painful, but the explanation you have been given for it, chance, randomness, bad luck, was never actually true. There is a law behind every so-called coincidence in your life, and it has been operating with or without your permission, whether you ever noticed it or not. Once you can see it clearly, you stop being its victim, and for the first time in your life, you become the one who consciously directs it. Stay with me. This changes how you see every closed door, every lost opportunity, every string of events you never fully understood and quietly stopped questioning. You are about to see the exact mechanism behind what you have been calling luck your entire life, and it is more precise than you think. This is the Sixth Hermetic Principle, and it is the one most people never learn to use on purpose, even after hearing it explained. Let's begin with what cause and effect actually means, in plain terms, and why it has been quietly running your entire life since the very day you were born. Picture a stone dropped into a still lake. By the time the ripples reach the shore, you never see the stone that caused them. You only see the water moving. You call that motion the wave, and you name it luck or chance. That is exactly how bad luck reaches you. The principle of cause and effect states that every effect has a cause, every cause has an effect, and nothing in this universe happens by accident. The event you call unlucky is only the ripple, arriving late. The cause, the decision, the belief, the repeated reaction, sank long before the wave ever reached you. The all is mind, and your mind, being an individualized portion of that same mind, sets causes in motion exactly as a first cause does, only working on a far smaller, personal scale. What you think, decide, and repeat becomes the stone. What arrives later, weeks or months after, is only the ripple. Let that sink in. The wave was never the beginning. Neuroscience calls part of this confirmation bias. Your brain works like a blind detective, always gathering evidence for a case it already decided was true long before the trial began. If the verdict is "I have bad luck," it will search only for proof of that exact story and quietly ignore everything else. This narrowing is called priming. Once your mind expects a certain outcome, it filters your attention toward anything that confirms it, and quietly away from anything that would prove it wrong. Bad luck is not gathered by chance. It is gathered, patiently and repeatedly, by a mind that was trained to find it. Modern manifestation teaches you to just think positive and simply stops there, without ever explaining the mechanism underneath the advice it gives you. The Hermetic system explains the whole thing. Change the cause inside your mind, deliberately and consistently, and the effect in your outer life is required by law itself to follow. This is why the ancients said the whole universe operates by exact correspondence between cause and effect, with no exception anywhere, from the smallest passing thought to the largest visible event in the world. You were never outside that order, looking in from a distance. You have only ever been an unconscious operator, standing inside it. You are the operator. You were never the accident. Here is the practice. Tonight, take the most recent event you called bad luck and write down 3 decisions or repeated feelings that came directly before it happened. Not the event itself, but the pattern quietly underneath it. That pattern, once named, is the real and entirely findable cause you have been missing. We are halfway to the exact moment where you interrupt this pattern for good. Most people find the cause, feel a moment of insight, and stop there, believing that insight alone is enough to change anything. It is not. The next part is where the chain actually breaks, so stay with me. Now let's put this to work together, right now, while it is still fresh in your mind. Come into this fully with me, and trace the specific chain that has been quietly shaping your life, so you can finally become its conscious cause, instead of remaining its unaware, silent effect. Come into stillness with me now, wherever you are. Let your shoulders soften, and let your breath slow all the way down. For the next several minutes, you are not chasing anything at all. You are simply becoming fully aware of the causes you have already, knowingly or not, quietly set in motion. Feel the weight of your body settling completely into this moment, into this stillness. There is nothing to force here, only something quiet to notice. Every cause you have ever set into motion across every year of your life is still available to you, still traceable, still entirely yours to change now. Let your mind grow quiet enough to finally hear its own patterns clearly, without judging them. Not the noise of the day pressing in, but the deeper current running underneath it, the repeated decisions and repeated feelings that have been quietly, faithfully writing your effects for years without your permission. I release the belief that I am simply unlucky, that this is who I have always quietly been. I release the story that things happen to me for no reason at all. That story was never true. It was only a fragment I mistook for far too long, for the entire whole system. I release the habit of endlessly searching for evidence of my own bad luck every single day without ever noticing I was doing it. I release the blind detective inside my mind, the one that has been quietly building a case against me, using only proof it was already trained to find. I let go, fully and completely, of every excuse that ever told me I was powerless over my own circumstances. I am ready now, in this exact moment, to see myself as the cause, not the effect, in every single area of my life, starting today, starting now. Feel this. The identity of a person with bad luck was never actually who you are. It was a pattern you repeated so many times that your own mind began defending it as if it were fact. Today, in this exact moment, that pattern finally loses its authority over you. Know this: every time you called yourself unlucky, out loud or silently, in passing, you set a cause into motion, and your mind obediently produced the effect that matched it. You are not cursed, and you never were. You have simply been remarkably consistent at believing the wrong story about yourself. Hold this in mind. I am not the accumulation of things that once happened to me, the sum of every setback I have carried. I am the mind that decides right now, in this exact moment, what happens next. My identity is cause, not circumstance. My history was only ever its first unfinished draft. I release the identity of the unlucky one entirely and completely, and I claim instead the identity of the one who traces every effect back to its true source and changes it there, at the root, at the exact place where real and lasting change has always quietly been possible. Say this with me and mean it. I am the cause. My life is the effect. I choose the cause today. Let this settle fully into your body, not only your mind, as we move now into where this exact law meets your relationship with money and finances. Notice this: the recurring loss you have felt around money was never simply bad luck arriving at random, out of nowhere. It was a repeated decision, a repeated emotion, a repeated cause, arriving again and again, faithfully and precisely, as the same familiar and entirely predictable effect. Recognize this: scarcity was never a curse that was placed on you by fate or by some outside unseen force. It is a cause you have unknowingly repeated in the choices you made from fear and in the quiet story you told yourself right before each and every loss arrived. Carry this forward. I no longer set causes from fear, reacting blindly to what might happen next. I set causes from clarity, deliberately, on purpose. Every decision I make with money today becomes the exact effect I will meet again, further down this very same unbroken chain. I release the pattern of losing what I carefully build over and over again without ever understanding why. I release the fear that quietly decided my choices before I consciously ever did. I am the cause of what enters my life now, not the effect of what already left it. Say this with me out loud. I declare that nothing in my life happens by chance, only by law I am now fully conscious of and can no longer unsee. Carry this declaration with you as we bring this same exact law into how you relate to other people. See this clearly. The same reaction you keep having, again and again, in different rooms, has kept attracting the same kind of conflict in different people wearing entirely different faces. The pattern was never them. The pattern was always the cause you quietly brought into the room first. Understand this. Every relationship that repeated the same wound was showing you the exact same uninterrupted cause, still quietly running underneath your reactions, unnamed. This is not blame, and it was never meant to be. This is simply the first time you have been able to actually see it clearly. Remember this. I interrupt the reaction, deliberately and consciously, before it ever becomes another cause set loose into the world. I choose my response, instead of automatically repeating my history. What I bring into a relationship now is exactly what that relationship will eventually return to me. I release the pattern of attracting the same exact conflict in new company, wearing a different name, a different face. Every pattern I have repeated, I can now interrupt, starting with the very next reaction I choose, instead of the one I have always defaulted to automatically, without thinking. Say this with me, slowly, and feel it settle into your bones. Every pattern I have repeated, I can now interrupt. Let this become certainty, not simply hope, as we move now into the widest cause of all, the entire direction of your one life. Sense this. You were never a passive passenger inside your own story, carried along helplessly by forces outside your control. You are an individualized portion of the mind that causes entire worlds to unfold, and that same creative property lives inside every single decision you make today. Consider this. The direction of your life was never assigned to you by random chance or handed to you by fate. It is authored, scene by scene, day by day, by the causes you set, consciously or unconsciously, in every single day that you have lived and will live. Keep this close. I am no longer a passive instrument of circumstance, waiting quietly for something to happen to me. I am the origin point. Every cause I set today, in thought, in word, in action, becomes the effect that will meet me tomorrow and every day after. This is the moment the chain of your past finally stops repeating itself, quietly, one more time, out of pure habit. Not because the past disappears entirely, but because you have finally traced it, named it clearly, and stopped feeding it your daily attention and your belief in it. I declare the chain of my past causes broken, starting right now in this exact moment with this exact conscious breath. What I set in motion today becomes my future's effect, and today I set it in motion consciously, deliberately, and fully, as cause, not as effect. You have traced the cause. You have interrupted the pattern. Now let's seal all of it out loud, in your own true voice, so this teaching becomes lasting identity, not just information you heard once, nodded at, and quietly let pass you by unused once again. Say this with me out loud, right now, and mean every word. I am the cause. My life is the effect. I choose the cause today. I declare that nothing in my life has ever happened by chance, only by a law I am now fully conscious of and can no longer stay blind to. Every pattern I have repeated, I can now interrupt, starting with this exact moment. I am no longer a passive instrument of circumstance. I am the origin point of everything that happens next. I declare the chain of my past causes broken, fully and completely, starting now in this exact breath. What I set in motion today becomes my future's effect. I am mind, I am cause, and I am, at last, fully awake to both. Carry this with you today. The next time something goes wrong, ask what cause you set in motion before it, instead of simply calling it bad luck and moving on unaware. Do not just hear this. Inscribe it. Type "I am the cause" in the comments to anchor this into the matrix today. Then share this with someone ready to stop calling their life an accident. Subscribe. A new law, a new key, arrives here every single day. You are not separate from the mind that causes entire worlds. You never were.